Hello everybody, my name is Mr. Gaming Aquatic, and whether you clicked on this video on purpose or by accident, I recommend that you stick around. Today, I have some very good and important Minecraft news that we're going to go over a little bit later in this video. But before we get to that, today we're going to take a look at the brand new 1.19.60.27 beta/preview for Minecraft Bedrock Edition. Now this beta is very small in comparison to an average beta that we would see, with only a tiny 8 changes, most of which will occur in the end. So let's get into it. So for the first change, Mojang has fixed a bug where enemies from Spell Rune by Game Mode 1 didn't perform any melee attacks. Now Spell Rune is a free map on the Minecraft marketplace where you can use runes to create and use over 20,000 different spells, not to mention the countless different enemies that you can use those spells to fight. Now, while that change might not mean too much to the average Minecraft player, what it does do for us is that same bug that broke certain parts of Spell Rune. Alright guys, sorry, my skin broke. I just spent the last 12 minutes trying to fix it. It will not let me beat my skin. It says I am, but it won't save it, so we're just gonna roll with this. Anyways, as I was saying, that same bug that broke certain features and melee attacks on Spell Rune was affecting Ravengers in vanilla Minecraft. Basically, that same bug was the reason that Ravengers could not attack players in vanilla Minecraft. This really only occurred in older worlds, so you probably haven't experienced this. But if we just come up into this Ravenger, yeah, he can kill me. One more time for good luck, I'd say. Even through the gate? Yep. So, yeah, that bug has been fixed. A feature in that map has been fixed. All around, very good change. Now, for this next bug fix, we're gonna have to head on over into the end. And don't worry, the dragon is already dead. That will not be an issue. But it has to do, these next 3 bugs all have to do with the lovely end gateway. Basically, there is a bug with the end gateway that whenever you would enter it, you could get dropped below the world, basically below the bedrock into the void, and you would just die. It was the worst thing ever. You would straight up lose everything. Now to demonstrate this, I am going to grab an elytra because it makes it nice and easy to just glide right on in. We have landed safely on the end island. We can go back through. I may have messed up a few times, but we did land safely on the end stone, meaning that this bug has been fixed. And I'm very glad. You should be glad too. I've had this bug occur to me multiple times in my own solo survival worlds, and it is the worst. Now, if you remember, I said that there were 3 bugs with the end gateway that has been fixed. The next one has to do with entities. Now, entities refers not only to animals or mobs, it also refers to items. Pretty much, if you were to send an entity through the end gateway, it would just disappear. And to test if this has been fixed, we're just going to break away some of it. And we're going to push a cow through. Guys, my game has just crashed. Alright guys, so we are back. I have reloaded the game and joined back into this test world. The cow did die, which is rather unfortunate. Now, I'm not really sure why the game crashed, but I'm gonna try and send it. Okay. It has crashed once again. One moment. Alright, everybody, we're back. So, I'm gonna have to say that doesn't necessarily work, because the bug report says that entities can now successfully make it through an end gateway. And we have just thrown an item into the end gateway to see what happens with that, and the game has once again crashed. So I'm going to say, the entities don't disappear when they go through it, it just crashes your game immediately. Alright guys, so we are once again back. Here we are. I'm not going to be throwing or putting anything else into that end gateway because, I really don't feel like crashing my game again. If anything, we're going to go back to the overworld in a second here. But what's quite interesting about these issues is that the very next bug report so issue number 3 that was fixed with the end gateway, is that when you or an entity are going through the end gateway, your game will no longer crash. Due to the last 3 crashes, I'm gonna have to say that is false. Entities can no longer go through the end gateway unless it's a player, and items can no longer go through the end gateway, and if either attempt to go through the end gateway, your game will crash. So I would not be surprised if when you yourself go through the end gateway, it may end up crashing. Alright, so next up, there is a bug fixed that would occur when trying to place items in a container output slot like a furnace. Basically, there was a bug where you could take items and you could put them in the container's output slot like I'm trying to do right here with the furnace. This bug has been fixed so it no longer works, but there was previously a mega glitch where utilizing this trick, you could just spam the items on the slot like so, and it would give you a crazy amount of XP. If we jump back into survival, like we are here, we can spam on the slot, we can try everything, and we have not gained any levels. Now there is still an issue with the fuel slot for the furnace though. If you attempt to put an item that doesn't belong in there, it just chucks the item on the floor, which is quite interesting. It should do what happens here with this slot. It's nice to see that Mojang is fixing all these XP bugs, and that you won't necessarily be able to cheat your way through this stuff anymore. Now, for this next change, there was a bug that wouldn't allow capes to render correctly when using a classic skin. So right now, I'm using the slim-armed skin. It's just what looks best with my character, I think. And what we're going to go ahead and do is slap a cape on me, just to see that it works correctly with the slim-armed skins, and I'm Steve again. And alright, so that's broken, guys. But that's okay, because this is a classic skin anyway, which was what the bug report was really about. But if you ask me, that cape is rendering perfectly, so I'm going to say this bug was fixed indeed. And for our final change, there was a bug that was fixed, where if you were playing Minecraft on an iOS device, and you switched out to another application, when you switched back to Minecraft, there was a chance that you would just see a black screen, have to close the game and restart it. I have no way of testing this. I do not own an iOS device, and I do not own Minecraft on an iOS device. So if any of you down there in the comment section would like to test this out yourself and let me know if it worked, please go for it. If not, we're just going to assume it was fixed. Now that is going to be it for today's changelog, and I will link it down in the description below if you're interested in reading it for yourself. But I would now like to discuss the great, very important Minecraft news that I mentioned in the beginning of the video. Now, if you've been keeping up with the channel and the last 2 betas, you would know that the last 2 betas have been getting shorter and shorter, with this one being the shortest, with only 8 changes. And as I'm sure most of you know, when these betas start to get very small and short, it means that there will very soon be a full update coming to the game. And while I'm sure to most of you this isn't very surprising or big news, what's great is what comes after this next update, 1.19.60. Just recently, there was a tweet from David at Mojang Studios. I'll put it up on the screen, and it reads that Lady Agnes says some 1.20 features will be announced soon, and if a new, most likely the last 1.19 update will be rolling out soon, probably within 2 to 3 weeks, which will end up being 1.19.60. Because these betas are getting shorter, we know will be coming out soon. Once it comes out, that means that these next betas will most likely only be 1.20 features, because Lady Agnes says we're going to be getting and seeing more of them soon. This means that very shortly here, we will probably know everything there is to do about 1.20. We'll get to see all new features besides the bamboo and camels and stuff that we've already seen, and we may actually find out what the main mega feature of this update is going to be. All in all, this is very exciting news. I do hope you have enjoyed this video. That is going to be it for me today. If you haven't already, do be sure to go and hit that subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, hit that thumbs up. This has been Mr. Gaming Aquatic, and I will see you next time. Bye!